Hello, good morning. How are you? Wow, that's too loud. Everyone could wake up easily this morning. I had some difficulties, but we are here. Thanks for coming, first of all. I am Orkun. I work for PayPal. I am on the PayPal developer startup team. And I was born and grew up in Istanbul. I lived in Paris for several years, and I moved to Berlin 2 months ago. I can hear myself, and this is not a very good experience, I can tell you. That's the So, today I will talk to you about different monetization models, and at the end, I will talk to you about how PayPal can support your startup. How many of you knows PayPal, or how many of you has PayPal account? Okay. How many of you, is there anyone who doesn't know anything about PayPal? On the room? Okay, so I can skip the part, what is PayPal, etc., etc. PayPal is one of the most secure and fastest way to get paid or to make payments on multi-channel. Multi-channel means online, offline, mobile, etc. So PayPal is available in 193 countries, and we have more than 143 million active users on the world. So it means that if you are launching your startup and if you have some global ambitions, if you want to conquer the world, we can help you. So PayPal last year processed $145 billion, the total online volume of the payments, and 20 billion of these mobile payments. Yeah, I cannot see it, but you can see it. 20 billion of this of these ones, it was processed on mobile. So, let me start to talk with different monetization models with physical goods. Right now, I think that for you, it's evident that you can buy anything physical online. It means that we are buying our television, computer, camera, or even our cars on internet. So for us, it's very natural to buy anything on the internet. But don't forget that it has started, maybe 10, 20 years ago. This is a picture coming from our Battle Hack Berlin. These are the pizza boxes that we ordered at 2 a.m. For the developers because they were really hungry. And we paid this pizza, we ordered them online, and we paid this pizza with PayPal. So I wanted to show this example to tell you that, we can buy anything right now on the online. But however, as we can buy anything on the online, the experience that we create, it becomes more important. Let me give you an example of a physical good that you can order online. Who doesn't know McDonald's? Who doesn't like McDonald's? Especially I am addicted to Big Mac. I know that it's not good for health, but however. McDonald's Friends, this is an example of McDonald's Friends. I was involved in this project too. When they came to meet us by saying that we have an application, in fact, they had an application downloaded almost 2 million times, and the application it was only showing nearest McDonald's to you. And they say we need to change it because we have users. So we work with them together, so they launch a website and a mobile application where you can order your McDonald's menu. You can make all your choices, and at the end you can pay with credit card or PayPal. Then on the same day, you go to McDonald's to pick it up your Big Mac. The problem, maybe you can think that French people, they don't like anything American, but that's wrong. French people, they love McDonald's. They really love Big Macs. Especially on the lunchtime, if you go to a McDonald's in Paris, you will see huge waiting lines. Lots of people are waiting. And the problem, one of the problems, when you are waiting for your Big Mac on the lunchtime, and then it's your turn, you hesitate if you will take a Coca Light because you are making, a diet, or a sundae, etc. But then behind you, there are tens of people waiting, hungry. So it means that there are tens of, or lots of angry eyes looking to you, saying, please finalize your order as quick as possible. So there is a huge pressure coming behind you. But with this application or with this internet site, you can take all the time that you want without having any angry eyes behind of you to make your order. Then when you order, you have a QR code. With this QR code, during the same day, you can go to McDonald's and you can scan this QR code. Then you will have a dedicated line. And McDonald's, they are good at marketing. On this dedicated line, they put a red carpet. So it means that when you scan your QR code, there are tens of people waiting here. You go left, you have your dedicated line, you are walking on a red carpet as a rock star to get your Big Mac. The customers were feeling very VIP thanks to eating Big Macs and ordering with this application and website. Why I am telling this one? Right now we can buy anything online. But the important thing that this experience changed this experience changed the daily life of some users. And the users felt VIP to eat the same thing they were eating. And it solved a real life problem because they were waiting lots of time. So this is an application, this is an example of the physical goods and how you can use these mobile devices or how you can use your platform to change small moments of the daily lives. Other stuff, digital goods. How many of you plays Candy Crush? How many of you has paid for Candy Crush? I have not paid yet. But the thing that I was convinced, when I see my 67 years old father paying for lives on Candy Crush with my credit card, I understand that, these in-app purchases is a huge success, really. And digital goods, we are all buying something. Maybe it is an online film, music, book, or in-app purchases, or application, etc. Right now, digital goods, that's a huge business. On digital goods, I am sure that most of you are already familiar with different monetization models, subscriptions, premium, ad-supported model, one-time purchase, in-app purchase, etc. I will just give you, again, I will talk about one use case that I am fan of. Spotify. How many of you know Spotify? Spotify is a music streaming service. I follow them since they were a startup in Sweden. Right now they are global. Spotify is great because it works on on my Mac, on my iPhone, everything, and I was listening music. When I started to use, I didn't pay anything. It was free. I downloaded to my iPhone. I downloaded to my MacBook. And I started to use. I was listening to music, and sometimes, of course, there were some ads that I was listening, but it wasn't a problem for me. And then, it was free. I was happy. And then, one day, I was traveling, and I travel a lot. I travel almost every week. For example, last year, I slept in a hotel room during 150 nights. It means that half of the year I was staying in the hotel. So I live in airports. And I had my own MP3s on this device, Before taking the plane, I checked. With the last update, I don't know, how many of you had synchronization problems with your phone and with your MacBook? I have lots of problems. And I discovered that I lost all my MP3s. My MP3s wasn't there. I said, wow, I will have a 4-hour flight without any music. And then I said, wow, I have Spotify. I opened Spotify, and at this moment, I saw this magical button, a playlist, you can make it offline. I tried to make it offline, of course, and then Spotify tell me, you can make offline your playlist, but for this one, you need to be a premium user. Then I discovered that you can be a premium user by paying 10 euros, 9.99. Okay, 10 euros for me. 10 euros per month with a credit card or with PayPal, of course. And I subscribed to the service because the value proposition was clear. And I could listen music, I could make offline my playlist, and I could listen music during 4 hours of flight. Why I really like this example? Because this is a freemium model. And freemium model, I think that it works very well. But on freemium model, one thing is really important. You need to propose to your users your base product as a complete experience. Spotify proposes the same, the base of the product as a complete experience. I could search music, I could listen to music, and the product was convincing. I became a fan of the product. And then, of course, they need to monetize. And then, one day they proposed me to make a payment. But their value proposition was really clear. I had a product that I was happy. And then they said, OK, this is the additional benefit to your product that you are happy if you pay. So for me, it was a need. I wanted to have my playlist on offline, and I accepted to pay. So because of that, I'm saying that it is very good. Right now, there is a huge competition. It's good that the users can test your product, can use it, and at some point, you can propose them some additional features, very clear additional features, which will make their life different, which will create a good experience, maybe a better experience. Then I'm sure that if they love your best product, they will be happy to pay for it. So let me give you some random numbers now after talking about digital goods. In 2013, there were, the smartphone number estimation is 1 billion. And the world population estimation is 7 billion in 2013. In 2016, the world population estimation is 7.2 billion people. And the mobile smartphone numbers will be 2 billion. So the mobile smartphone number will double, but the world population won't double. We are lucky. And I just wanted to ask you one question. Do you have any idea? In 2000, we were talking about internet boom, e-commerce boom, huge opportunities. Everyone should go online. Lots of, it was internet bubble, lots of big companies attacking to online. Everyone was talking about the opportunities. In 2000, in your opinion, how many internet users there were in the world, globally? Anyone has a guess how many internet users there were in the world in 2000? Anyone? Just throw something. No, in 2000, I was connected, so at least one. Yeah, all internet users in 2000. 200 million? Not bad. 361 million internet users. So when we were talking about huge opportunities in 2000 on internet, there were 361 million internet users in the world. Right now, there is more than 1 billion smartphones. So, mobile revolution happened. 3 or 4 years ago, we were saying that mobile revolution will happen. A couple of years ago, we were saying mobile revolution is happening. And now, we are saying that mobile revolution happened. Apple and Google, they have both announced that there were more than 25 billion downloads of the apps on their platforms. Last year on tablet spent, it increased 123%. So, we saw last year $20 billion processed on mobile. And this is increasing in an incredible pace. So why I am insisting on this one? Because Unfortunately, I still see some startups who tells to me, Orkun, we are launching our website, we will conquer the world, we will change the world. I'm saying, wow, that's cool, that's great. And on mobile, that's not a priority for us for the moment. Let's conquer the world and then we'll launch something on mobile. My personal opinion, I don't agree with this one. You need to have something on mobile. Your website, it should be mobile optimized. You can use mobile devices to create new experience. You can use mobile devices to propose an additional experience to your platform. Because of that, while you are thinking your ideas, to launch your ideas or your startups, please now don't ignore mobile, really, because your competitors are already planning lots of stuff on mobile. On mobile, one experience that I really like, which changed the, which created a very good experience, Uber. Who knows Uber, the car application that you can order cars with drivers, in San Francisco, in France, in UK, in most of the countries. I don't think that it's available in Vilnius right now. Uber, it has used all the capabilities of a smartphone. Why? Because this is an application. You launch the application, it geolocalizes you. You link your payment method, it may be credit card or PayPal, and then it geolocalizes you. Then a driver will say, okay, I'm coming to pick you up. You can see the driver's name, you can see the driver's rating, and you can read the driver's comments. So if this driver is not a polite person, you will see only 1 star as rating, and you will just say, okay, I don't want this driver. On the same time, the driver can see your name, and I think that there is their rating system too, so they can rate the customers too. So when the driver is coming, that's a personalized experience, because it says, hello Orkun, and I can say, hello, the driver name. I take the cab. It's not a cab, it's a private car. I go to airport, for example, and when I arrive there, I say, goodbye, goodbye, and I take off the cab. Because when you take a cab, please imagine that. When you take a cab, when you arrive to your destinations, what do you want to do? Just get off this taxi. You don't want still to stay there for a couple of minutes exchanging money. So on this experience, I know that this ride is not free. I will pay it. But why losing time to pay this ride? David Marcus, CEO of PayPal, he says that everyone loves shopping. Do you agree? Do you like shopping? Yeah, I like shopping. Who likes shopping? You like shopping? But no one likes paying. Who likes paying? Who likes spending money here? So our aim is to make payments invisible, like this Uber experience. Once you link your PayPal account, then afterwards you don't see the payment. You see the amount, you know that it's not free, you know that it will be taken from your PayPal account, but you don't lose time on your very busy daily life. I think that this is a very good example how you can use mobile devices asset to create a new experience, a better experience. So last year, very briefly, what PayPal announced recently on mobile revolution. We have announced PayPal check-in. It means that on PayPal application in the US, Canada, Japan, Australia, UK, France, Germany, it's available, and we will expand it globally. So soon it will be available here too. It means that you launch your PayPal application, there is a local tab. When you choose local tab, you will see all the commerce, the regular shops who are accepting PayPal payments. So you can make a check-in. When you check in, when you enter, the vendor will see your picture on the POS system, and they will just say, okay, you want to pay with PayPal? You want to pay with PayPal, and they will just click, and the payment will be done from your PayPal account. We have announced Beacon. PayPal Beacon, this is a low-energy Bluetooth device which interacts with the smartphone, with PayPal application. Imagine that there's a coffee shop that you are going every morning to take your coffee. The first morning you will enter to this coffee, you will check in, and if this coffee shop has this beacon device, you will have the option to say that, check me in automatically to this coffee shop. The next day, when you go to this coffee shop, you have your smartphone on your pocket, you will enter, application will interact with PayPal beacon, low energy Bluetooth device, so you won't, your battery won't die, don't worry. And the vendor will see your picture on the POS system and will take the payment from your PayPal account. It means that you don't need to do anything, any action to make a payment. I think that this is a new experience, and I like this experience because it saves me some time. And also, we have launched PayPal Here chip and pin payments. That's a Bluetooth device connected to the phone for the small sellers to accept chip and pin payments. Because maybe most of you have heard PayPal Here in US or Square that you can swipe credit cards, but in Europe, as you know, it should be chip and pin, and we have launched this solution in the UK too. So how many developers there are in this room? Are there any developers? I make part of a team of developers and startups. And last year, we have started our efforts to renew our developer portal. And we have launched RESTful APIs and mobile SDK and a new developer experience. So you can go to developer.paypal.com to test all the PayPal products and to play with it. I hope that you'll like it. And if you don't, just throw me an email. And also, how many of you has a startup or will launch a startup? Hopefully one day I will launch a startup. No entrepreneurs? There are some entrepreneurs here. That's good. Our team, we love startups. David Marcus, when he became CEO of PayPal, he said that PayPal is returning back to its roots. Because PayPal was a startup in 1998. Then it was acquired by eBay. Most of you have heard about PayPal Mafia, who have launched lots of companies or who have invested to lots of companies to Silicon Valley. And we say that we need to support startups. We need to make their life easier. Because we know that startup lives are not easy. There are lots of challenges on the daily life of startups. We sit down with our team to say how we can support the startups. Okay, yeah. How we can support the startups, and we created a package which is called Startup Blueprint. We have announced last year on Dublin Web Summit. If you go to blueprint.paypal.com, you can find all the information. But when I had a presentation training, they told me you need to have at least one slide with 3 bullet points. Okay, this is my slide with 3 bullet points. These are the 3 bullet points. What are these? This is the blueprint advantages. We are not an accelerator. We are not a venture. We are only proposing this package to help you to grow your business. So we will propose top-notch customer service to the startups on this program. What does it mean? These startups will have a dedicated account manager. So they can call anytime this account manager to ask questions or to talk about a problem. Of course, they can call me too to say that everything works greatly or they have a problem. There will be mentorship coming from our team or from some PayPal employees. PayPal has 13,000 people working on the world. Imagine that you are launching your product in US. We can link to you with the business developer in US. You can have a discussion with them, etc., etc. And last but not least, you won't pay fees, PayPal fees, during 18 months. The startups on these programs won't pay PayPal fees during 18 months. It is capped to $50,000, and 50,000 PayPal commissions is equivalent to $1.5 million total online value. So how you can make part of this program? You can make part of this program. As I said, we are not accelerator. We are partnering with accelerators. For example, SeedCamp the family, Le Camping, Startup Wise Guys. Mike is here, one of the partner. You know, some of the accelerators, we were working with them for years now, so all their startups are eligible for the program. But of course, we want to expand it globally. And also, our team are accepting on an exception basis some strategically important startups. If you think that you can benefit from this program, please find me, email me, and let's have a discussion. So I think that I'm on time, and it should be on the loop. And I really thank you for your time. I really thank the organization. They were really great, you know, to change my habit, everything. I did my presentation on time. And thanks a lot for listening to me, and have a good day. I don't know if we have Q&A session or not. No Q&A session. I will be around. If you have questions, we can just discuss. Thank you very much. Have a good day.